This is really put together in an effort to connect businesses of many sizes and to make sure that information gets out to the businesses. And more importantly, it's also a really important vehicle for us to also get input from the chambers, because you're talking directly to businesses. So you can play a really important role across the country, as you already are.
Classic, like only an entrepreneur would think this way. She said, I locked the doors to my studio and I sat down by myself for 2 hours. I just thought, how can I get out of this problem? How can I fix this?
How do we ensure that as we grow our way back out of COVID-19, that we also have inclusive growth?
Well, again, you raise a really important issue. And one of the ways that we start to shrink that wage gap that you referred to is by moving newcomers along their journey from temporary status to permanent residency to citizenship. And as they achieve that final step, we see that gap.
Here we are, 12 weeks down the road, and we've seen a number of businesses that in the past were not producing PPE and have been able to pivot. So Raven's Brewery is an example. In BC is an Indigenous-owned business. They're making hand sanitizer. There's another business in New Brunswick, Chief Fuels, who's partnered with a maple syrup company, and they're also providing hand sanitizer.
They recognize the importance of tourism. They recognize the importance of being able to do some level of business. And of course, if Canada did the same thing, then you'd have some Canadians who'd have confidence to go there and then come back into Canada without having to quarantine here. No one will go for a 2-week holiday and then have a 2-week quarantine here. No one will go for a 2-day business meeting and then have a 2-week quarantine here. So, governments need to thoughtfully open this. I think
we're seeing some benefits. We're seeing some new economies emerge. We're seeing new businesses emerge. We have to take care of the businesses that are suffering as a result of the pandemic. We need to restart them, and we need to make sure that the supply chains are benefiting from that restart as well and doing it in a safe way. But we're only a few months into this, and we probably have a long horizon yet. So I'm excited, actually, about what else we're going to learn along the way. And
as we've had these experiences of social isolation, and self-imposed, obviously, or socially imposed, but we have the freedom to then go back into our inclusive worlds. We should remember that we've now experienced the world of a person with a disability who perhaps has been socially isolated by artificial constructs and barriers, and really have that sense of empathy and try to help do our part to not leave them behind and break down those barriers, and also to be able to ensure that people with disabilities have a chance to access these abilities to contribute in the workplace remotely, and to have flexible opportunities to still work their magic. And I think that will help mobilize that.